onto their own with a wealth of confidence in the bells. They're finding the way over towards that B site early in the charge. In a matter of seconds, that B site completely clear. It's a 5-on-5 retake.
Bearing in mind, of course, this was the map yesterday that Imperial won, and quite handedly at that. It was a 16-9. The half went 8-7 in favor of Imperial, and okay, we're shaping up to have the exact same thing all over again, I guess.
Yeah, Fallen makes it a 3K, all down to 1. A DGT, nothing he can do from that. One smoke, which is now being used. Leaving them with no utility. The Eagles, one MP9 to try and deny, but an Eagle at range of Lucan will be good for the first. Fallen, good to Fallen, and that's exactly the opener that the CT side needed.
What I find so funny is how somehow DGT, so DGT rotates back around to the B site, and it just, like, they keep him distracted for so ridiculously long. And then eventually the rotation comes through from Imperial to go and get the plant down. You're kind of expecting them to start to make a bit of a resurgence sometime soon if we're going to see that replicated, or if we're going to see, you know, a slightly more dominant display like what we had seen on Nuke. Now, of course, in this round, as we mentioned, they're on a bit of an eco. It's not ideal. But, you know, as they start to get a little bit more cash, they have lost a couple rounds in a row here, so they're going to have that little bit of extra in the tank into the next round. But it's still not going to be perfect.
Nah, David stepping up for a 3K as well. The pistols, we question whether of course
need him. He's going to have a really short rotation. We actually see him heading back towards B because they've called it. They've called it. Imperial are most likely moving back over towards that B site. It's less unguarded this time around. And of course, Max is going to be there, the stalwart, along with DGT and Fallen. Oh,
unfortunate.
So much for that of an AWP, and we're seeing that strength here again.
Oh, it's a 1-for-1 though. David coming alive, staying alive as well in behind. DGT goes in for support, and he's all down to 1. It's Bolts on Mac 10 against an AWP and an M4A1S, and it's safe to fall away towards brackets. They could be tempted by a wrap back over towards the B side, but it'll be risky at that as Fallen finds one of his own. David gonna drop. Bolt adding to his tally as Lucan falls as well, but that's the bomb dropped on towards the side. DGT with a FAMAS in hand. The question is, do they clear third? No, they don't. Good for the first. Will he expect the second? Well, now he spots him. Does not matter. Rock stones him with an eagle, and in a matter of seconds. Now it's 2 versus 2. We were saying it was looking like Imperial could flip the way towards the site, but they made it tough for themselves. But it's an 8-7 half in favor of Imperial. Back on the way. Second half ready. 8-7 Imperial, a slight lead, a 1-round lead. Kind of making a flawless pistol round once again. Not a bad start. Bolt's good for the first. That's exactly what they were looking for. Makes it a second as well. Over 2-man advantage, may I say. They're already showing signs of what we saw in the first pistol round. They made it a 5-0 flawless one. The question is, can they do it on the CT side? Didn't gonna come forward towards FNX, down towards Banana. But in a 2 versus 5 situation, I think 9Z's hopes are looking a little bit slim, and Luke needs to step up to the fray. Good for the first, but the bomb dropped in a less than opportune position. Oh, unfair.
Jeez. Couple of solid flashes coming down through Banana there. Very easy for Imperial players to capitalize on, get those first few kills. And you see the push coming through from the B or from the A side through mid as well. So they create this kind of pincer, and then you're just kind of holding really common angles and pre-firing away, checking to see if somebody's going to peek through there, and they just
are going to replace the position he was sitting in, but this could become problematic, especially with bolts falling. In comes the smokes as well. Molotov in towards front and side of sight. Just wants to deny that space. Good swing with the flash though. Good for 1. Make it a second. Bomb dropped. Flash will catch him off guard, but he's done his job. FNX finding one of his own, and this now leaves all down to 2. Make that 1 as Fallen's orb comes alive, and he doubles it down to clean up the right. This time, they can't even get to the third map, it's looking like, unless they go on the resurgence of the century. We'll have to wait and see. Holding close to personal. Fallen shots from him. David or Fallen. What a lightning fast reaction. Can he find 2? Not going to be the case when FNX him for the trade. Good enough for him to find one more. Vinny drops DGT, and it's all down to 1 man. One of which they aren't able to convert. Ladies and gentlemen, 16